Oops, that's the wrong Pokemon content. But hey, look what came in the mail earlier today. The Shadow Mewtwo amiibo card I bought on eBay for like 50 bucks. Look what finally showed up today. This is the first time in a long time I have purchased a Pokemon card that isn't McDonald's. Well, actually, I did buy that Van Gogh Pikachu card not long ago. But yeah, anyways, look at this. I finally got my hands on a Shadow Mewtwo amiibo card after like a decade of it being released. Anyways, so for today, I'm thinking of trying something a little bit differently. Well, it's different for me on my end. It's gonna look no different for you guys. Because today, I only watched The Boys and Secret Level. I did not get a chance to watch Arcane. Because, would you believe? Too many people were logged on to Netflix at the same time, under the same account. So I had to wait until the people with priority finished watching before I could, leech off of their Netflix account. Because, it's his family's account. They're paying for it. They get priority, right? I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to argue. They get first dibs on watching off of their own account, right? So, yeah, because of that, I didn't get a chance to watch Arcane on Netflix yet today because, they were using the account. And so, because of that, I was actually thinking, what if I watched the episode right now while doing this? Obviously, I'm not going to play the audio. I'm just going to use my headphones and watch the episode myself. And then, talk about the episode afterwards. I mean, is that really such a stretch? Such an outlandish idea? A lot of people who shiny hunt on stream, it's just hours of doing the same thing. They watch stuff on the side, right? And I actually have the benefit of being a nobody with no one watching me. So nobody can protest like, shouldn't you pay attention to the stream? Shouldn't you engage with the viewers? It's like, what viewers? Nobody watches me. So I can do this if I want, and I do want to, and nobody can stop me. Unless they're using their Netflix account, of course. Oh, you know what else I forgot to do? Oh well, I forgot to do it. Well, too bad. I forgot to prepare screenshots to show you guys that today in Pokemon Go, I first got a shiny Absol, and then, almost immediately after, I got a shiny Grimer. And then a little later into the day, I got a 0 IV Tangela. Which, for those who don't know, 0 IVs are even more rare than 100% IVs. Oh yeah, see? Look, I just tried to use Netflix. Your Netflix account is in use on too many devices. Please stop playing on other devices to continue. See? Yeah, so too many people are still using Netflix. So I gotta wait a little longer before, using the account, which I'm not gonna argue against. Well, if I really can't watch the episode tonight, well, too bad. Oh well, no Arcane discussion today. And also, as of today, I officially am throwing in the towel. I give up. Currently, as of this very moment, there have been 2 Deoxys forms in Pokemon Go raids, the attack and defense form. I got the attack form shiny, and just to complete the set, I figured let me try to get a defense form shiny. Well, as of today, I give up. I have wasted too much money on this already. Like, too much money. I've wasted like $60 trying to get this one shiny. Like, it's too much already. So, I give up. See, I really just wanted the attack form because I actually like the attack form. I like the way it looks. You know, got that curvaceous body. What? So yeah, I wanted the attack form shiny. Defense form is like whatever to me. I don't really care for it. Only reason I even tried for it is, you know, because, well, I now have 2 out of 4 Deoxys form shiny. I have normal and I have attack form shiny. Well, there's only 2 more forms, being defense and speed, and who knows when either of these forms will ever come back in Pokemon Go. So, for now, let me try to get the shiny. I don't really care for the shiny defense form, but may as well try. And yeah, I give up. I spent too much money on remote raid passes trying to get it. I give up. If there's an in-person raid for defense form and I happen to get it, then great. If I don't, whatever, you know? At this point, I've spent too much money on it. I give up. My credit card bill is through the roof this month. Why do you think my credit card limit's only $1,000? My friends have like 2,000, 5,000. I think one has like 10,000, 12,000 a month. I'm just like, oh hell no, do not ever let me have that much. Given how recklessly I spend, why do you think I only have 1,000 a month? Because I need to restrict myself. So there's a couple of YouTube channels to provide an update on. Up first is the YouTube channel of Frail, the President's AI channel. He's actually coming back. You know, Frail did a bunch of President's AI tier lists. Wonder if you guys can hear that. Yeah, Frail did a whole bunch of President's AI tier lists, and it was the funniest thing ever, you know. Given all the Joe heads, and it's like, what is going on, gang-a-lang? But, you know, Frail had to stop uploading because, well, 11 Labs blocked his usage of the president's voices. Of Trump and Biden's. Not Obama's, though, because Obama, well, he's not running for the presidency. Or he wasn't. So Frail decided to come back after a break. Because he did also say that the rate that he was uploading also burnt him out. So he took a break. But he did want to come back. So he's using a different service now to generate the voices. It is a shame that they sound different, but, you know, what are you gonna do? As he said it himself, it's either this or no content. And sadly, you know, he also said that his upload schedule is going to drastically change. Instead of almost a tier list video every other day, he's now gonna resort to like maybe 1 or 2 videos a month. Which, you know, does suck, but hey, on the bright side, it's better than no content. So yeah, the channel of Frail is coming back. There's actually another channel that has been pretty dormant and dead for a couple years. I was wondering, well, I guess that's it for this channel. And that channel being Treesicle. Anyone remember Treesicle with Grant and Ryan? And I'm actually late to the party on this, because if I look up Treesicle's channel real quick. If I go into Treesicle's channel and then I go to the community tab. Actually, give me a second. I need to collect Zoro eggs in 5 seconds. It's Still breeding for a second shiny Hisuian Zorua. I definitely got very lucky with the first shiny. Okay, let's see. So on the Treecicles community tab, posted over a month ago, so I'm actually late to this. As some of you know, our channel was hacked and turned into crypto garbage after a several-day back and forth with YouTube. Treecicle is back. Big thanks to @YouTube for being so helpful in this situation. If you've gotten the inclination, if you've got the inclination, go ahead and watch some Treecicle videos to kickstart the channel and the algorithm again. I know we haven't posted in a long time, but that won't last long. I, Grant, am incredibly grateful for this channel and everyone who has ever watched it. Thanks for all the memories and support over the years. At some point, I'll make it clear where I've been and where I'm going with this channel. But for now, I'll do what I do best and be a little mysterious. So yeah, posted over a month ago, Grant of Treecicle posted an update on the community tab that, you know, it looks like the channel of Treecicle is going to be revived after almost 3 years of no uploads. Nothing from, you know, the creators, Grant and Ryan. So, you know, I kind of figured, sadly, this channel seems like it's dead. There's a lot of the stories you never knew that they missed throughout the years, given all the games that have come out since the last time they uploaded. Damn, 3 years, you know? Well, now that I know... Oh, my headphones weren't even plugged in correctly. Well, now that I know that I won't be able to watch Netflix right now with my headset plugged in, there's no need for me to take up the audio, so let's put some music on. I am trying to think what music to put on. Let me tell you guys another thing. Today was frigid. Today was freezing cold outside. Today reached to like -15, -18, and I think tomorrow it's gonna go all the way down to -20. So today was extremely cold. And the sad part is, you know how typically during winters, the demons from hell, aka spiders and hell centipedes, they don't show up? Well, even for how cold it was today, one did show up. And gee, I wonder why. So it was this morning, I was getting ready to shower. Well, no, actually, I was in the shower. I was in the shower this morning. I turned around and I noticed there was a spider right on top of my soap bottle. Right on top. Well, thankfully, by the time I noticed it, I was already done showering, right? I didn't need any more soap to clean myself. So yeah, I got out of the shower, I grabbed my bug jar. However, I couldn't let it out outside. Given how cold it was, it would die instantly. And I sure as hell wasn't gonna leave it in my house. Wasn't gonna just leave it there in my bathroom. So what to do? I can't bring it outside, it'll die in the cold instantly. And I can't leave it in the house, because just no. So what I actually did was I still put it into my bug jar. And then, I've done this before. What I did was I brought it to work. I didn't release it, in the store. What I did was I brought it to the most remote corner of the mall where they have potted plants. And I just put it into one of them. It was either that or, it goes down the drain or it dies outside in the cold. Also today, Pokemon cards should be back in McDonald's. However, and this is why it sucks so hard for Canada. I cannot find any information online if it's, in Canadian McDonald's yet. And I don't think it is, because I came home early today. I swung by the McDonald's on the way home. And I did not see any, promotions for, Pokemon Happy Meals. So I'm guessing it's not in Canadian McDonald's yet. Which, it's why I keep saying Canada sucks when it comes to getting stuff. Because we get it after the US. And there's, no information online. Because you try to look up information, it gives you US info. It doesn't give you Canadian info. Because, look, I'm trying to... Well, here's what I searched into Google. McDonald's Pokemon 2025. The first thing that pops up is, Pokemon.com. McDonald's X Pokemon Happy Meals collaboration. So if I click on this, it just says, through late February, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but it doesn't say... It doesn't say Canada. This is an American site. Anyway, so a couple of cards, the card set I see. Man, forget prismatic evolutions, whatever that set's called. This is what I care about. The McDonald's Pokemon cards. Because, when it comes to anything McDonald's related, it's all basically limited edition, you feel me? Anything McDonald's toys related is basically limited edition. Because once they no longer give out those toys, they're never producing them again. They're never, bagging them together with the Happy Meals. So you have a limited time to get the toys or whatever from McDonald's. They're basically limited edition. So anyways, on the Pokemon website, it actually lists out the 12 cards you can get. You can get a Charizard, Pikachu, Miraidon, Jigglypuff, Hatenna, Dragapult, Quagsire, Koraidon, Umbreon, Hydreigon, Roaring Moon, Dragonite, Eevee, Rayquaza, and Drampa. My question is, why does some of these have a silver border and some have a yellow border? I particularly like the Roaring Moon card, just because, half of it is like a dark type card, and half of it has this sand pattern. Yeah, I don't collect Pokemon cards anymore. I'm done. I stopped collecting many years ago. Only times I do collect is really just McDonald's. So you bet your ass I want these cards. Oh yeah, there's also a collaboration when it comes to this and the TCG Pocket app. I'm actually quite sleepy today. Maybe it's because I had no caffeine today. As you grow older, as you age, you really do rely on caffeine. Now, you know me, I don't like drinking coffee, but that little additional caffeine in my system really does go a long way. Let me log on to Netflix again. Let's see. Is anyone still using it? Oh boy, mute. Yeah, they're still using it. Okay, guess not tonight. Sign out of Netflix. Jack Quaid was in Across the Spider-Verse? Who'd he play? Earth 65, Peter Parker. Which one was that? Was that the Lego one? Oh no, he played the Peter. No, that's Gwen's Earth. Oh, that's Gwen's Earth who turned in. That's Gwen's Earth who Peter turned into the Lizard. Oh, I didn't know he played that Peter Parker, or at least he voiced him for like 2 sentences in the movie. Oh, he voices Superman on My Adventures with Superman. Oh. Oh, I didn't know that. You know, I watched... I didn't finish My Adventures with Superman. I did hear that one of the boys actors was in the show. Then again, you know, at the time, I didn't know who, because I didn't watch The Boys yet. Now I know. Oh. He voices Superman. Sounds nothing like his character Huey. His voice for Clark sounds nothing like Huey. He was an Oppenheimer? Wait a second. I didn't see him in Oppenheimer. Then again, I didn't know him at the time. Wow, I do not remember him being in this film. Oh no, just out of curiosity, checking out what else Jack Quaid has done. Turns out I've seen him in quite a number of other stuff, and I didn't even realize. What else can I listen to? Let's see. I can't really think of anything. Which Hoenn route music am I thinking of? This is Route 113. That's definitely not it. Sure, I think this is what I'm thinking of. Route 120. Oop, don't play that. Oop. Alright, so this sandwich is ending in 1 minute and 40 seconds, so once the sandwich is over, I'll make another sandwich, then let's talk about The Boys. I did have time to watch that at least. Let's see. And sandwich is over. Aren't we basically like a month away from Pokemon Day? Wasn't Pokemon Day February 20 something? Okay, let's see how many eggs I got from that first picnic. I got exactly 60. Alright, time for another picnic. And sandwich start. Okay, let me put on some music and then we'll talk about the boys episode. What do I want to listen to? Alright, I guess let's talk about this boys episode. So today is season 2, episode 6. So we're almost done with the season. Couple things about previous episodes that were such small details I didn't mention. So at the end of the last episode, Annie actually was sneaking around in Stormfront's stuff to try to find anything that she's up to. She logs into her laptop and then finds emails from not only, Stan Edgar, but also an email or several emails from this Jade Grove hospital institution place. And also, in the previous episode, we saw her talking to someone at said facility. And it's, which Ashmore was it? Was it Sean or Aaron? I think it was Sean, right? It was Sean. I don't know, Sean and Aaron look the same. So this episode they go and investigate. They see what's going on there because they now know Liberty is what they know. Stormfront is Liberty. They know she's a very big threat. So they go see what's up with this place. There's also this like almost kind of cute storyline with Homelander that's also sadistic as well. So Homelander, because he has feelings for someone for the first time ever, aside from Madeline, he wants to surprise Stormfront in his trailer with a bouquet of flowers. How nice. It's very out of character for Homelander. But because, Stormfront has, quote-unquote, a meeting to go to, she'll be back in like 20 minutes, Homelander waits, but he gets impatient as she just doesn't show up on time. Also, in this episode, we get flashbacks to primarily Frenchie. So, in the flashbacks, it first starts off 8 years ago. We see him with Sherry. That was the character's name. I never remembered her name. So, we see Frenchie with Sherry and this other guy whose name I don't even remember, because he was only in this episode. And then I kind of figured he's probably going to die by the end of the episode just because it's a flashback and we don't see him in present day, so he probably died. So we see Frenchie, Sherry, and this third guy ploy to rob a bank, but then they're caught. Like, still in the flashbacks, they're caught. Frenchie meets Mallory. She recruits him for stuff that's undisclosed. And then we get another flashback that is, little later in the timeline, 5 years ago, where now we get a flashback where Mallory is present, Frenchie, MM, as well as Butcher. And in the flashbacks, like throughout the entire flashback storyline, we meet Lamplighter, played by Shawn Ashmore. His superhero getup makes him look like a mage, like a fire wielder. He has a hood. He has this like trench coat almost kind of suit. He has this staff, which is like a torch with a fire on top. He kind of looks like Rain in Mortal Kombat. But instead of water, it's fire. So it seems like they had dirt on him to get him to try to do their dirty work. So they had Lamplighter go to this like club to do something. Frenchie was tasked with following him and watching him. But because his friend was ODing, he had to leave and try to help him. So he let Lamplighter out of his sight. By the time he came back, Lamplighter was gone. And then Lamplighter, this is where we get the backstory to the stuff that we've been hearing hints of this whole time. Where, Mallory's grandkids were killed in a fire. This is that story. And this is what happened. Frenchie was supposed to watch Lamplighter, but Frenchie had to leave to help his ODing friend. And we learn later in the episode, in present day, the reason Lamplighter killed those kids, it was an accident. He didn't know it was kids in those beds, he thought it was Frenchie's boss, like their boss. But by the time he set the blaze, it was too late. So it was an accident that those kids died. We don't see the kids die in the flashback, sadly. Yeah, as bad as that is for me to say. We don't get to see any kids die and burn. But it's more of a touchy subject when it comes to showing on screen, right? Like, I get that. Why do you think in The Walking Dead, there were so little, children walkers roaming around? And also why it was so rare to see, a kid in the story get killed. Now, that's not to say that it didn't happen. There were kids that died in The Walking Dead. Sophia, Lizzie, Mika, Henry, Carl, Sam, they all died. Some of them more gruesome than the others, and some of them actually on screen. Other kills, I guess, were just too much to show on screen. Because, Carol did shoot Lizzie in the back. But, it wasn't on screen. We just saw Carol pull the trigger. Which you can't blame them for hiding. For censoring, if you want to say. So yeah, present day, they go to that facility. Actually, Starlight tags along too. They go to the facility. So Butcher, Annie, and Huey, they stay outside to keep watch. The people who go inside are MM, Kimiko, and Frenchie. Kimiko has this boss several-fingered ring she's wearing. That comes back later in the episode. To my surprise, I completely forgot about that small little detail. So they go in, they change into hospital get-ups. Hospital, shit, what's the term for it again? I forget the term. I've warned them before, but I forget the term. So they go in, they get to the security room, with the security cameras. Also, also Stormfront shows up. So through the cameras, they see a whole bunch of people being experimented on with Compound V. They see Stormfront and this person who at the time they didn't recognize yet. Stormfront leaves, but then the person burns the other guy, and then they recognize him as Lamplighter. So, in trying to leave, Lamplighter recognizes them, so they have a high noon duel, kind of standoff. But then, in the chaos, Lamplighter accidentally burns down one of the doors holding whatever her name was, a very powerful soup. And then she lets out all the other dangerous soups. And then it is just blood and carnage. I gotta say, it almost reminded me of the Hour of Joy in Poppy Playtime, where you just see the security cameras. Or better yet, it reminded me of the monsters scene in Cabin in the Woods. Security cameras, you just see all the monsters rip apart the humans. And it's bloody. Funny detail, they also see this guy with a massive schlong. That comes up later as well. We don't learn what his power is until later on. So, these guys are cornered because it is absolute carnage within the building. They lock themselves into the drug room, where all the prescription meds are. They lock themselves there. They have to think of a way to get out. And then, this is where they chat and share what really happened that day. why Lamplighter killed those kids and why Frenchie didn't stop him. You know, it was just a series of unfortunate events. Well, outside, one of the Soups got outside and is in front of Butcher, Annie, and well, you know, those two are standing outside. Huey was inside the van. This Soup has like shockwave powers, so he's able to dispel a shockwave that sends them both flying, as well as flipping the van several times. Well, Butcher swiftly shoots him, puts 3 in his chest, not 1 in the head. Well, Huey, what happened to him? Is he okay? He was inside the van that flipped over 4 times. Well, no, Huey, he's pretty hurt. He has a giant shard of glass stuck in his gut. So they need to get him to a hospital. Annie can't cauterize the wound because there's no power source nearby. Remember, her power needs her to feed off of electricity and feed off of power that's nearby. So they try to hitchhike. The dude rightfully, you know, questioning, like, okay, I have this one guy who claims to be FBI, holding this other guy who is very much injured. They want my car. We're in the middle of nowhere. He sees that Butcher's about to pull a gun on him, so he takes his own gun out of the glove compartment. Well, things escalate. Annie has to blast him with her light power, and then she inadvertently kills the guy. She accidentally killed just an innocent guy, and then, you know, they completely jack his car to get Huey to a hospital. Well, as our characters are trying to escape with their lives, one evil Soup almost gets in. He breaks through the glass with a giant rod of meat around MM's neck. Kimiko goes out, punches him swiftly, straight in the noggin, and then we see an imprint of her, you know, her almost brass knuckles. And then we learned just what that log of meat was. It was the enormous dick of one of the Soups. That's quite a superpower, ladies. I'm sure he'll be great with the ladies if he is alive. The ability to have an enormous penis just like that and be able to control it and move it freely. But one detail, it's like he wasn't circumcised. He still had that, you know, extra layer of foreskin on. They probably did that just so it's not obvious what you were seeing on screen. Because if it was obvious, you could easily tell by the tip. You chose the absolute perfect time to show up when I'm talking about penises. So, good job. Great timing. Yeah, anyways, that's Soup's power. Elongated penis. And good for him, I guess. May want to get the, you know, the tip dealt with. I hear the ladies prefer that. So yeah, it's like, oh, poor MM. It's like, oh my god, that thing was around me. So they try to get their way out. Stormfront shows up, she completely zaps that one Soup. She basically commands the guinea pig of Lamplighter to clean up the mess, and then she dips. End of the episode, well, Mallory shows up, almost wanting to enact revenge on Lamplighter. But surprise, surprise, Huey actually begs for his life. And she actually does spare his life. For now. It seems like they could put good use into Lamplighter. Who knows, maybe we have a new member of the team, which I highly doubt. I feel like Lamplighter will serve a simple quick purpose, and then he'll be swiftly killed off quite fast. I feel like they're gonna give him a task to do. He's gonna do it. They're gonna find out, Lamplighter's working for them, and then he's gonna be killed rather quickly. Probably by Stormfront. So that's my prediction. He's gonna be given something to do, he's gonna do it, and then he's gonna be made, and then probably Stormfront's gonna kill him. That's my prediction. So, a new fighter has joined the team. Lamplighter, at least for now. And then, end of the episode, we see Homelander confronting Stormfront because, his impatience, he burnt down his own trailer along with the flowers that he was gonna give her. He confronted her there. It's like, well, I went to go check up on your meeting to see how it went, and they said you weren't there. What could you possibly have to lie to me about? So, end of the episode, Stormfront tries to explain everything to Homelander. And then Homelander says the line, "Flap, flap, flap goes that little mouth of yours." I'm pretty sure that's one of his intros for Mortal Kombat 1, if I'm not mistaken. So now I know where that came from. So she explains everything to Homelander. She gives him a picture of her with an old woman. Homelander and I thought, is that her grandmother? No, that's her daughter. So, the question comes up, how old is she? She was born in the year 1919. So, roughly where Season 2 takes place, that makes her just over 100 years old. Wow, talk about aging gracefully. And then she explains everything. She was born in Berlin in the year 1919, so you can kind of piece together the story yourself. And then she shows a picture of herself with a very particular certain someone. With what in the background? A swastika. And who was the gentleman beside her? That was the founder of Vought himself, Frederick Vought. Frederick Vought injected Stormfront with the first successful dose of V. So, talk about patient zero, that's her, that's Stormfront. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, what was the hospital doing where Lamplighter was working at? They were trying to perfect the formula for Compound V and give it the capability to give it to adults. Giving Compound V to babies works just fine. Giving it to an adult, things go wrong. So this facility was to test it and refine it. Refine the ability to give Compound V to a grown adult without any side effects or any sort of issues. And whatever issues does arise, well, Lamplighter's job is to burn down the evidence, including human beings. Anyways, well, Stormfront manages to convince Homelander to, join her side. They make out. And that's basically where the episode ends. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, one scene at the beginning of the episode. Homelander was stopping this, I assume, robber. He's counting his money. Homelander shows up, so does Stormfront. They're just like, don't you think the legal system just doesn't work? So Homelander, hand on this guy's face, just completely caves it in and crushes it. And then the two of them with their pants off just completely does it next to their dead body. In an alleyway. Once again, the level of gore, it's like, I was expecting more. Sure, that's gory, but it's like, okay. You know, he almost did the Omni-Man fatality, just completely crushing the head. Aren't you glad that we now have an official way to see Homelander versus Omni-Man with Mortal Kombat? Let's face it, Homelander stands no chance. After what I've seen, Homelander still stands no chance. Omni-Man would smoke him easily. Oh my god, I just thought of something. Can you imagine if the Viltrumites get their hands on Compound V? Oh my god, can you imagine that? Imagine a Viltrumite on Compound V. You may as well just kiss your entire solar system goodbye. Can you imagine Omni-Man on Compound V? You may as well just embrace death with open arms at that point. There you have it. There's your breakdown of this day's episode of The Boys. Ugh. You watch an episode a day? Basically. Since I do this here, I basically watch an episode in order to do this, to have something to talk about here. So if I do this every day, I watch one episode for every time I do this. You know, I find myself I enjoy shows more one episode a day instead of binging the whole season in a day, which I've done before. Don't get me wrong, I've definitely binged entire seasons of shows in a single day. It's not as enjoyable. It's not as memorable. You don't remember as many moments doing so. Why do you think episodes released weekly gives you time to really let everything sink in, let it all marinate, let you really take in everything you saw? Gives you time to have discussion, theorize what could come next. Gives time to build up hype for the next episode, the next piece of story being told. You watch it all in one go, that kind of ruins the purpose, ruins the whole fun of it. Unless you're, say, Netflix and you release the whole season in a single day. Squid Game Season 2, I didn't watch all of it in a single day. I watched, a couple episodes a day, but I didn't watch the entire season in a day. I think at most I saw 3 episodes in a row. But I didn't watch the entire season in a row. What else? Oh yeah, there was also the small storyline, and I mean very small storyline. Previous episode. Wait, no, actually, there's an entire freaking storyline I forgot to mention. First of all, previous episode, we saw Maeve pay a visit to the Deep, trying to ask him for a favor. This episode, we get the follow-up to that storyline, Maeve wanted Deep to find something for her from the ocean, immediately I could already guess. Is it some sort of evidence from the plane crash in the first season? Yup, that's exactly it. Well, we follow that a little later. The Deep actually goes to see A-Train and tries to, recruit him, try to bring him into his little cult following. The Church of something, I don't even remember. The Church of Brotherhood? What was it? Church of the Collective. It almost sounds like the Court of Owls or the Church of Blood. So, the Church of the Collective, can you have more of a cult name? He tries to bring in A-Train by first offering him a fresca. Is that just a thing that the Church of Collective does? Would you like a fresca? I don't know how prevalent fresca is in America. Is it even a Canadian drink? Oh, it's created by the Coca-Cola company. I didn't know that. Yeah, so he offers A-Train a fresca. So they go to lunch with the person in charge of the church. He knows information on A-Train, dirt on him, so, A-Train can't exactly leave. So, damn. What would you do if one of your friends got roped into a cult and they tried to recruit you? That's a hard thing to answer. Do you abandon your friend after all your years of friendship, or do you try to save your friend, borderline putting your own life in danger? Well, later on, Elena finds the camera footage that somebody on the plane recorded as Homelander and Maeve just let die. So Maeve is like, either we use it as dirt on Homelander to get him to leave us alone, or I post it to CNN. Thoughts on the Supergirl who closed her fist and popped that security guard in pieces? Awesome. Let's see how they're gonna deal with this. Because at the end of the episode, she actually escapes. She's just walking, she's hitchhiking, so now they have someone very dangerous on the loose. Thing is, though, she's able to just will her way to pop a human. What about a soup? Can she do that to Homelander? Or is Homelander just that strong? Not even that could tear him apart. Who knows, maybe in order to blow up Homelander, you do what you did with Translucent. You shove a bomb up his butt and that'll work. And you know what else too? So, small little thing at the beginning of the episode. In order for Annie to join these guys, they needed to remove the tracker in her. So, when you talk about pop, wow. So Frenchie used a bandsaw, a little drill, a little saw to cut into her almost shoulder neck area. At first, it didn't look like it was cutting in, and then pop, it just goes in. Oh, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect it to just pop. And then a very uncomfortable close-up shot of them removing the tracker. Holy shit, that's a big tracker. That is a huge tracker inside of her neck, basically. You telling me she willingly let them put that into her? And wow, they must have done a great job, because no scar. No indication that, something that huge was put into her neck. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this episode. Alright, so, because I don't have any Arcane episode to talk about today, let's just move on to Secret Level. So, Secret Level Episode 7, this one was based on a game called Crossfire, yet another game I never heard of, let alone played. And I gotta say, this episode felt less like based on video game lore and more so like it would just be a good plot for an action movie. You know, it really didn't bear any resemblance to like a video game storyline. It honestly could have just worked on its own as just a great concept for an action movie. You know, just with the IP slapped on top. So yeah, Crossfire, I don't entirely understand what happened. They make it a point to really let you know that it takes place during a storm, like a hurricane is about to, you know, hit the city or whatever, but that barely had any relevance to the episode. So we have two factions, two groups trying to kill each other and trying to get this guy who carries a package, a briefcase with, I don't know, documents or something special inside. So they both want a piece of him, or, you know, better yet, piece of that sweet, sweet loot he has. So, you know, there's car chases, there's gunfire. They eventually make it onto this, like, you know, loading dock that looks like one of the maps from Valorant. And, yeah, I don't really understand the plot. They're just trying to find this guy, trying to get him for assets. I don't know. Some people die. Everyone is like, we're not the bad people, we're not the bad guys. Literally, everyone says that. Both sides say that. Even the guy himself, who, you know, both teams want, says that. Yeah, it's less based on, like, video game lore, and it just serves as a pretty good idea for an action movie, you know? Two factions, two rival mercenary groups. They, you know, they try to get this one guy who has intel or info or something useful. And then they do that during a storm, during a hurricane. That'd be cool. That's a pretty cool idea for an action movie. I will say, though, the way the storm looked, it kind of reminded me of, you know, a storm out of The Day After Tomorrow. Who was the director of that, by the way? Doesn't that guy... I think I heard online... Like, The Day After Tomorrow, whoever directed this... Damn, it came out in 2004? It's been 20 years since this film came out? Anyway, so yeah, the director just does did a whole bunch of disaster movies. Ronald Emmerich, right. Oh, look at this. Look at this list. Independence Day, 2012. Godzilla, 1998. "10,000 BC." Was this a movie about the dude? No, this isn't the movie about the guy on the raft with the tiger. What movie was that? You guys ever wonder what happens to certain movies? Like, you know, small budget or just lower end movies that aren't the big blockbusters? You ever wonder what happened to them? You know, movies that don't go to theaters and also don't have any deals to go to streaming services. What happens to those movies, right? Like, there's thousands, probably millions of obscure movies out there nobody's heard of, very few have seen, just because, you know, they weren't big blockbusters, not a lot of advertising for it, not a big budget, no recognizable name brands or IPs. If they don't go to theaters, they don't go to streaming services, what happens to them? And also assuming they don't come out on physical either. So you ever wonder where those movies end up? Just forgotten to time until someone decides, like, let's watch a really random, obscure movie. Ooh, what's this? Alright, so, yeah, that was episode 7 of Secret Level. I still have 8 and 9 to get past before I get to watch the Mega Man episode, because that's the next one I'm excited to see. Alright, what else can I listen to? Luigi theme? Which one? Luigi's Mansion? You're saying huh as if I'm not getting something. Oh, Lugia. Whoops. Boy, you know me when it comes to reading. Is this it? It says versus Lugia, Pokemon Heart Gold. Not that one? You know, I played Pokemon Heart Gold once. Forgive me for sinning. I don't really understand the hype for it. Oh, 2000 movie Lugia? I don't think I can do that, because, you know, it's from a movie. Anything movie related, I probably cannot play. Alright, what else if not this? Let's see. Wait a second, what am I seeing here? I'm gonna save this video for later. Syndrome in Mortal Kombat 1, all intros AI. Hold on a second. Now this one, this one I'm gonna take a look at afterwards. Oh, you know what? You know what I forgot to mention? Since Stormfront and Frederick Vought basically started the company of Vought, doesn't that mean Vought as a company was founded by the Nazis? Isn't Vought kind of like Hydra? They were corrupt from the start. They were founded by the Nazis. Yo, did you go to work today? Was it cold for you today? Because it was freezing today. It was like minus 15, anywhere from that to minus 18. It was cold today, and I hear tomorrow is going to be like minus 20. You know, today I spent actually more time outdoors than I usually do. Today I had a couple things to drop off. Couple of jobs to drop off, couple of things to pick up as well. And you know, I don't normally do it that often. So today, being extra cold, I was outside. More than, you know, average. They only turn up the heater in the summer. In the winter, the AC is on. It was cold as fuck. Aren't we glad that, you know, physics and that diesel, gasoline, fossil fuel doesn't freeze at these kind of temperatures? Because I'm sure if scientists wanted to, like if we truly wanted to, I feel like we could, honestly, develop cars that just simply run on, say, water. But the problem is, like, you know, during winter, it would freeze. Like, I'm sure we're smart enough as a species to develop cars running on just simply water. I'm sure we can develop that. Holy shit. I just looked up gas freezing temperature, minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what it takes to freeze gas? Okay, if I convert Fahrenheit to Celsius, how much would that be? Don't ask me how to spell Fahrenheit. So minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 73.33 degrees Celsius. That's more than like 4 times as cold as it was today. So today, 4 times colder is what it takes to freeze gas. Oh yeah, remember that theory I had a couple years ago? Has it really already been a couple years? Remember that idea I had about potentially Sakurai is already working on the next Smash game for the next console? Well, we have the next console now, or at least we have it announced, the Nintendo Switch 2. It's technically a new console. You know, in the same way that a PS5 is a new console compared to the PS4. Nintendo Switch 2 is the next console from the original Nintendo Switch 1. Just like a 3DS is the next console from the DSi. So, will Nintendo break the trend ever since Nintendo 64? One new Smash game for every mainline console? We had Smash 64, we had Melee for GameCube, we had Brawl for Wii, Smash Wii U for the Wii U, Smash Ultimate for the Switch. Are we gonna get the next Smash game for the Switch 2? I feel like they could just simply port it over. I think that would just make everything easier. Just constantly update the game with new DLC. Just do that forever and ever. Though, you know, that's clearly not what's gonna happen. Or maybe it is. Maybe that's exactly what will happen, and you're hearing it first right here with my prediction. You know what hit me earlier today? There's a chance that, now nothing's official, nothing's guaranteed just yet. There is a chance that at some point in the future, there's basically a guaranteed wedding I will have to attend. Whose? Well, my sister's husband's brother. Now, I'm not saying he proposed yet, not even close, but I'm just thinking, like, it hit me. One day, if and when he does, that basically means I will guarantee have to go. You know, me and him are like, we chatted. That's about it. We don't really meet up aside from, like, family gatherings. So, you know, we're not really friends like that. But, you know, it's like, if and when that ever happens, that means I guarantee have to go. Well, great. Another wedding down the line for me to attend with no +1. Yippee. And you know, speaking of which, yeah, you guys ever think, like, you're almost guaranteed to make friends one day with certain people? I'm gonna use my parents as an example. My parents, one day, and that day already came and gone, whoops. But before it happened, my parents were basically guaranteed to one day make brand new friends, being my sister's in-laws, my sister's husband's parents. Now, thankfully, you know, they're friendly. You know, it's not like, man, we met your boyfriend's parents. We don't like them. They kind of suck. It's like, we don't ever want to see them again. We're happy you're with someone, but, like, we don't want to see their parents. You know, thankfully that's not the case. So, like, you know, basically, if I ever have kids, and if one day my kids get married, then that means I'm basically guaranteed I will meet and befriend at least 2 other people. Hopefully, possibly, maybe. Right? Like, let's say I have a kid. That kid of mine gets married. Well, I'm gonna have to meet the parents of my kid's spouse. And hopefully we get along, right? So it almost guarantees you will one day, preferably, hopefully, make new friends. Though, let's be honest, I will probably be on the other end of what I just said. I'll probably be the parent that the other parents say they don't like. And you know, don't even get me started on just how bizarre the girl's position is in. What? The position the girl is in. So, my sister's husband's brother's girlfriend. Because that's why I say, nothing happened just yet. I'm just saying, if and when it does happen, because, you know, he already does have a girlfriend. And he has for I don't know how long. So, you know, my sister's husband's brother's girlfriend. Got it? Cool. Like, don't even get me started on how strange of a position she's in. First of all, you know, whenever we have, like, family dinners, what a bizarre position to be put in. Because let's say, and this has happened before, like, my family, hosts a dinner, and she shows up. That's quite a weird position to be in. Like, think about the position she would be in. Her boyfriend's brother's in-laws are hosting a dinner. Okay, let's reverse the roles real quick. Let's say I'm in that position. So it would be my girlfriend's sister's husband's family hosting a dinner, and I'm kind of obligated to go. Wouldn't that just be a weird position to be in? You go basically because, by extension of knowing someone. Really? This playlist is gonna play the home screen? Well, I suppose there's nothing wrong with the home menu screen. Or the home menu music. Ugh. Sorry, I just got up for a second. Well, now would be the time I plug in the headphones, I watch stuff on my own, and I leave you guys in the dust. Whoops. I hit the start button by mistake. Whoops. Alright, third picnic is done. So I just watched the Critical Drinkers video on Daredevil Born Again. This actually looks good. And it does. You hear that, Disney? You give us good stuff, you will be praised, and you will make money. You give us woke garbage, well, you should have learned that lesson by now. Hmm. Yep, Critical Drinkers video on will 2025 be a year of Marvel flops given what's coming out this year? Aside from Daredevil Born Again, we have Captain America Brave New World, which looks mid. We have Thunderbolts, which looks a little better than mid, but still mid nonetheless. I could be wrong though, we'll see when the films come out. And then on the Disney Plus side, we have shit like Ironheart coming out. Wonder Man. Eyes of Wakanda. It's Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Seems like the only shining beacon within this pile of turds is Daredevil Born Again. You know what? I'm gonna rewatch the trailer right now. Man, I'm so excited for this Daredevil Born Again show. I was yawning! I was yawning as that shiny showed up. Did you hear me yawn as that showed up? Okay, so first things first, take off the rubber bands. Okay, realign this. Alright, first things first. Thunder Wave. Okay. As I was saying, Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave. Okay, now... By the way, if I sound a little different right now, it's because I don't have a mic. I'm not using a microphone right now. Okay, false swipe. Yep, Wish is gonna be annoying. I should probably land a roto catch, or set up a roto catch first. Because of that stinking Wish. You know what, I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, bag, roto catch. Okay, good. Dang! So close. So close for the first ball. Okay, I do need to heal, just in case it heals itself again. So, max potion. Oh! Oh, that's right, I can do that. Well, now I need to switch back to Blissey to paralyze. That's okay, as long as you're not using Wish, that's okay. Still fine. Still fine. No need to panic just yet, we're still early on. No, not unless you do stuff like that. Come on, again with the 3 shakes? There's Wish. So, just gonna preemptively switch over to Scyther. I really should be counting PP, but I'm not. I probably should have put Sword Stance on Scyther. That way to boost the damage dealt with false swipe. You know what? Instead of attacking, what I'm gonna do, just to be safe, I'm gonna do a full restore. Okay, we're finally back at a comfortable spot to use Pokeballs. Can you perhaps catch before Wish heals you again? Ooh, not gonna lie, it is definitely getting nerve-wracking. The PP for Latias definitely is depleting. Let's hope green HP is enough, at least for now. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go back to Scyther and I'm gonna try to use another false swipe. Because I don't know what PP number it's at now, I don't know how soon it is to... This is bad. That's a lot of recoil damage. What the hell? Oh no, you know what I just realized? Here is my predicament right now, folks. Keep in mind, do not forget, if I fail this, not a big deal. It's just code in a video game. It's not a big deal. I have a predicament right now. There's a lot of things that could go wrong right now. I am paralyzed. If I try to use Heal Pulse, I'm paralyzed, it doesn't heal. If Latias struggles, I fail it. If I try to full restore to get rid of the paralyze, and if it does not paralyze and struggle, I fail. So I'm caught in a pickle right now. I can either risk Heal Pulse, and it lands despite being paralyzed. It gets a little HP. I full restore, and then I use Heal Pulse again. Or right now, I throw a Pokeball and risk it all. I throw a Pokeball, it struggles, I fail. I throw a Pokeball, it's paralyzed, I have another chance. No matter what I do, it's a risk. I have a chance right now. Throw a Pokeball, catch it. If I try to Heal Pulse it, I could lose because I'm paralyzed. So what do? Do I risk it, or do I throw a Pokeball right now? At least have one chance to catch it, and if it breaks out, it's once again a game of chance. Do I risk Heal Pulse and it not landing because of the paralysis? Or do I just throw a Pokeball? This is the best chance I have. Yellow HP, Paralyzed, Roto Catch. Oh boy. I'm gonna try a Pokeball. I'm going to risk it. No risk, no reward, right? Not even close. And it struggled. Oh, it's alive. I have one more chance. One truly final chance. Do I Heal Pulse? Or do I Pokeball? I feel like the risk is higher now. Now that I know, if it struggles, it guaranteed loses. I can at least try Heal Pulse, despite paralysis. Try to Heal Pulse it and try to prolong this. I'm gonna risk Heal Pulse this time. That means I give up my final chance to catch it with the Pokeball. Heal Pulse. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. I lost a shiny, it's okay. I failed a shiny, it's okay. The world will continue, I will reclaim it. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, folks. I failed shinies before, it's whatever. You guys act like failing shinies doesn't happen. Could I have been more prepared? Yes. Basically just started and you failed a shiny. What do you mean just started? You know how many shiny Pokemon I've caught since the year started? Actually, I'm going to do this for a little bit longer. I need to put the rubber band back on. Guys, don't worry. It's okay. It's whatever. It is code in a video game. It's okay. Don't worry. We will get it back. I have failed numerous shinies before. It's okay. It's whatever. You know the last time I hunted everything in Ultra Sun and Moon? Remember how I failed that Terrakion? Remember how I failed that Landorus? It's fine. It's just a video game. There's no need to cry about it. There's no need to have a meltdown. It's a video game. So, I continue. I keep going. It is what it is. You won't win everything in life, you know? And you know, we were prone to fail something at some point, so whatever, right? The fact that we made it this far without failing anything yet, it's not that bad. Then again, you know, you can't exactly fail hatching a shiny. And then Dynamax Adventures, as long as you take the shiny, you know. But whatever, right? Hey, no risk, no reward. Here I am trying to say all the stuff to justify and cope with failing that shiny just now. Guys, guess what? It's okay. How the hell did it lose PP so fast? That was really fast. I'm gonna look up its moveset. Like, how much PP does it have for those moves? Why did I look this up? That's not how to look up. Well, in a way, my gut was right. Latias did indeed take faster than Mewtwo. Problem is, I had to catch the damn thing. Okay, let's see. Mist Ball has only 5? Dragon Pulse has 10. Psycho Shift has 10, and so does Wish. So that's 35 PP. It didn't feel like 35. Whoops. Oh well, no big deal. Life continues without this, you know, different color pixel monster in a video game. It's fine. So how you guys feeling? You guys enjoy seeing the shiny fail? You did it for content, don't worry, I know you. You would never do that on purpose. Man, if I did do it for content, I would put Shiny Latias as the thumbnail, and then I would put failed in the title in brackets. But I won't. Well, what's a good shiny challenge without a failed shiny every now and then, Okay, at least now I learned my lesson. And that lesson definitely not being come more prepared, because the hell with that. You know, normally I would not have even brought False Swipe with me, so at least count yourself lucky I at least brought False Swipe. I normally shiny hunt with no False Swipe. So, now I learned my lesson. When and if Latias starts struggling again, immediately, you know, get rid of paralysis on Blissey. Because I didn't think about that. I should have done that when Latias had more health. I didn't think about it. So, lesson learned. I will know to do that next time. It's because of that stinking wish move. I don't think Latios has that move. Constantly healing itself, wasting PP, wasting ball chances. Let me see. I don't think Latios has that. No, Latios has Luster Purge, Dragon Pulse, Psycho Shift, and Dragon Breath. Let me see. Luster Purge again. I don't think this does anything to heal. No, it just may lower the target's special defense. So it's just Latias that's annoying because it has Wish to heal itself. Okay, you want to know why I don't have anything else prepared? If I were to do the whole trick and skill swap harvest strat, man, I would need to set up like 2 more Pokemon for that. It's just a hassle. And then, you know, I get the moves on 2 more Pokemon. I would need to level them up high enough to not be just one-shot by any move. It's like, oh, that's so much work. You know what? I just got asked a good question. How long was this hunt only for it to fail? Because it sure as hell was not Mewtwo length. Let's see, how many hours has it been so far? Let's see. 5, 6, 7.5, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right? So we got Shiny Latias and failed it. Roughly 2 hours in today. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.5. So, shiny Latias took about 11.5 hours. Oh well. I'm gonna end this in a couple minutes. 11.5 hours for the shiny to fail. To fail on the shiny. Well, that's written into the timeline. That happened. No changing the past now. It is what it is. Whatever. I failed several shinies in the past. I felt bad about it at the moment. And then I reclaimed it. And here I am, many years later, thinking about it. It's like, you know, yes, it sucked at the moment, but like, well, I got the shiny back, so who cares? Oh, rest assured, folks, I will get it back, and I will catch it again. Or I will catch it. Even if I get the shiny, and I fail it again, we're doing this until I get it. If it takes 30 streams, 50 streams, we're doing this. So keep that in mind. I will not stop until I get it. No matter how many failed attempts it takes, so lock yourself in. Strap yourself in. Remember, folks, I chose to do it this method over Dynamax Adventures, where it's a much longer and harder process to get the shiny, but it will be guaranteed a success, right? I chose to do this. And I'm sticking through with my choice. Because, you know, it'd be a little weird to have some of the shinies from this game and then some from the other. Zygarde, I have no choice. You can only hunt Zygarde in that game. Alright, I'm gonna do this final encounter right here. This will be it, the last one for tonight. After a failed shiny. Alright. Nothing tonight. We didn't get anything tonight. Nothing at all. Nothing special at all. Nothing happened tonight. We did not succeed in any way tonight. Well, thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.